Nah, I ain't got the paper yet. Here we go. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. I am Elijah, and this is the message that the Lord God has given unto me to give unto you. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Now, you know we go through this every day. Well, I try to go through it every day. Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. Behold, I will send my messenger you to prepare the way. Forgive me. My mind is on totally different. All right. That's found in Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. I'm going to tell you, go to Haggai when the Lord God tells a rebel, here's a rebel, I'm going to use you as a signal. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit. That's Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. I'm going to tell you, read Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. Then you got to go to Malachi chapter 3, verse 1. Behold, I'll send my messenger, he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom he seeks shall suddenly come to his holy temple. Even the messenger of the covenant whom he delighted in, behold, he shall come. Now, one more. I can't just say one more. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5 and 6. I'll send Elijah to you. Behold, I shall send Elijah to you before the great wrath of the Lord. And shall turn the hearts of the children back to the father, for the hearts back to the children. These I come and strike glory for the curse. So we know the curse have already started. Malachi chapter 4, verse 4. You got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, man, you're not going to make it. Blessing on your battle, Shazar. You're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it. Because you need to talk to some people who have came out of these different religions and denominations and turned their hearts back into the first law, the law of God. And ask them about the dreams and the visions that they have, and the weapons and the garments and crowns and the stuff that the Lord God gives. Ask them. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. Man, y'all, man, I just can't. Some people say we ignorant. I just have to tell you over and over again how much the Lord God loves y'all. God tell you, no. Book of Ecclesiastes, God said he ever know. So why would he create something that he does not love? He won't do it. No. Then on top of that, he created man to be like him, immortal. Yep. Boy, no, I was a damn fool also, man. Church I was running behind Christianity. Suits on every time I go to church, got a suit on and all that, sports coats. On my way to hell. Yep, that's where I was at. All right, let's get rid of no, Lord bless me. Yeah, I got to watch the news. Why have watched the news for so long now? Called CBS Morning. Don't say CBS Morning News now. I'm talking about the BBC World News. And so I got a chance to watch some of that, man. The stuff that's going on in this world. Now let's go with the little part before we get to the big part. The little part say, now this is now I'm telling y'all those who have taken that vaccine. They say that was on the World News, BBC World News. They say those who have taken the vaccine, if you have a headache more than 2 days, you need to go in and see a doctor. That's what say. If you have a headache more than 2 days, nausea, vomiting, stuff like that, you need to go in and see a doctor. If you have fever, you need to go see a doctor. Now that's what they say. Now it's not coming from me. That's what they say. That was on the BBC World News. Now she didn't want to say it, but she had to say it. It was quick and fast, but that was what she said. All right. Anyway, I'm not worried about the people taking me off. No, you know I'm not worried. I'm just telling you what they say, because all that stuff gonna change on. Yeah, it's gonna turn on, gonna change on so quick. Now they talk about how they doing man, people cunning, Satan's are cunning somebody. All right, then they talk about how they took and did genetic engineering to a pig for the pig kidney. Yeah, Yahshua. Yeah, your name is in book of Isaiah. So remember greetings, Yahshua. All right. So though they took the pig and they genetic engineered the pig, man, that's a big false. No, because that's the same thing the fallen angels did. And they came down here and they started mating with women. That's how you think they did it then. All right, but no, let's get a little deeper into that. And so they was talking about how they took the dead body, the man was brain dead, and we got permission, and then they did that. Yeah, they put the pig after genetic engineered the kidney, and they put it on the outside of the man to see was it working. We already know that was coming. The Lord already said that's why he's going to destroy these people. Because they're putting their faith into Ezekiel. And you want to know all the knowledge? Not going there. People got knowledge and understanding, you already know. All right, so no, I'm going a little deeper. No, after they did that, this one was on there. I told you I got the YES, the PBS news. Yeah, that's the real news there. No, they don't go in there spin and all that. They tell it like it is, and that's it. Now they might change later, but right now I'm telling you how they are. And so they go in there to the woman talking about her daughter had needed money, so her daughter donated 3 times. She donated her eggs to whoever she donated to. And the daughter wound up with colon cancer. Then the mom, see that other women that donated their eggs also wind up with colon cancer also. Yeah. Oh, God already told you those strange children. Yeah. Oh man, that's why I have it on my mind. No, I got something. I got something to tell you. Yeah, I got something to tell you. You just have to be patient. Be patient. I'll get to it. Let me see. No, God told you that they're strange children. That's what he called them, strange children. Yeah, man, how am I going to know that unless he gave it unto me? All right. No, strange children. Right. Let me see. No, say you and your strange children. No, Hosea chapter 5, verse 7. They have dealt treacherously against the Lord, for they have begotten strange children. Now shall a month devour them with the portion, with their portion. Yeah, greetings on you, Asa. We get close to you, Asa. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm waiting on Dave. Dave gave him his name yesterday, and I told him I was going to look up his name. I'm waiting on him. When he comes, Dave. Y'all know Dave. Yeah, I know y'all know Dave. Yeah. So when he comes, that's what we're waiting on, Dave. Yeah. Anyway, so look what he said. This is chapter 5. No, man, this is chapter 5. This is Hosea chapter 5. All right. No, it says they should dig, verse 6. They should go with their flocks, with their herd to seek the Lord, but they should not find him. He have withdrawn himself from them. They have dealt treacherously against the Lord, for they have begotten strange children. Now shall a month devour them with their portion. Blow ye the cornet and Gibeah, and the trumpet and Ramah, and cry aloud that came after thee, O Benjamin. Ephraim shall be desolate in the day of rebuke. Among the tribe of Israel, I have made known that what shall surely be. The prince of Judah were like them that removed the bound. Therefore, I will pour out my wrath upon them like water. Now, we know all that didn't happen. Yeah, they got more going to go on. Lord, we know the God that showed me stuff. It's about y'all now. Oh, he showed me. That's what I'm waiting on. No, you Yasserel. Yasreel. That's your name. Go see it. That's what I've been waiting on. I hear, listen, so I just can't talk because you're at work. All right. But listen, just I'm going to give you this right now. I'm going to put down your name. Yeah, I'm going to put down the correct spelling of your name. And if you don't know, go look it up. If you can't look it up, just tell me. Type, I can't do it. And I'm going to tell you what your name is. No, I got your name. You got to get your own number. I just gave you your name. I told you I was going to look up your name. I was going to look up your name. Jaasiel. That's what you said yesterday, huh? You had J-A-H. All right, this is your name. Now, I know what it means. I'm just going to mess with you. That's how that name, no, you pronounced it right, but it's spelled wrong. All right. Now, I know what it means. Now, you know, I ain't going to tell you. I ain't going to tell you. That's your name, though. Yeah. Now, it's the same name you gave me yesterday, but it's pronounced different. I mean, it's pronounced the same, but it's spelled different. differently. Yeah, that's what he told you. Jashael. Yeah, Jashael. No, I know what it means. It's beautiful. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just telling you. I know you just, yeah, but that's your name. And boy, that name is so powerful. I didn't know. No, I didn't know. So if you go look for it and you can't find it, let me know, and then I'll tell you what it means. Now, this is that you can find. You can find. There's a boy, is that name so powerful? All y'all have powerful names. Everybody's name is powerful. That's why I asked y'all, when God changed your name, just tell me. Just tell me. I'm gonna look it up. All right. No, y'all get a number too. Y'all get a number also. Besides y'all garments and all that, y'all gonna get a number. Yeah. Anyway. I ain't telling them, let them go find out that's his name. Let them go find out. And if he can't find it, then I'll tell you. I'll tell it to you. All right, let's get back to the lesson. No, not to the lesson. Get back. So, man, I can tell you what I dreamed. I had a dream a long time ago. And I told you about these two tribes was warring. And so one tribe, oh man, I can't tell you what video it's in. But at the end, they had this Jesus was on the cross and he spoke. And he scared the people. They scared this other warring tribe. And they started worshiping Jesus. Now, I got more to it than just that. All right. So wait a minute. I want to make sure I told y'all everything. Yeah, I told you about the colon cancer. All right, I told you about that. I told you about the liver. And I told you about if you have headaches, if you taking that vaccine, you have headaches more than 2 days and a fever and everything. All right, the vomit and stuff, you should go back in. No, that means you have, no, they tell you what it is. I'm not going through that because we're going through something else. All right. So, robots. Yeah, that would have BBC World News. Man, go look at it. Robots. And so they had a robot priest. Tell you what I saw this morning. Robot priest. And the people were sitting in the church house and this little small robot. Now, somebody told me that it was going to be a hologram. It's worse than a hologram. It is a robot. Little small robot, about that tall. Man, that thing ain't that tall. That thing can't be no more than 24 inches, 2 feet tall. I know it ain't 3. Nah. And so, well, it could be 3. Blessing on you, Kingdom Man. And so look what they did. Go BBC World News on there this morning. PBS, man. And so, no, he was a Catholic priest. A Catholic priest. Come on, man. And it showed where the people go up there. And it was just a little robot, and he got the priest going on. Then he got, they can make that halo. Yeah, he had that halo that they have, like, yeah. It's more to it than just that. So after they showed the Catholic priest as a robot, then they showed Buddha. And he was a robot also. And then they showed the rabbi. He was a robot also. Little small robots, I'm telling you. And the people was going there and worship. Man, when I seen that, I said, oh, man, it didn't can to pass. It didn't can to pass. Boy, that is a very good thing. No, because that was there. AI, I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. Man, go ahead and say BCBC. Now, I don't know how to do all that stuff, man. Come on, bro. I mean, it was all, I usually, when I did things like that, I went and looked at it and I posted to Facebook. You can't post that to this YouTube. I'm telling you where you can find it. It's BBC World News, and it's called, might be Religious Robot, something like that. And go see it. I saw that this morning. That's why I told you. I was like, with the people giving you this, that's not no news. Them people are no more than the social media people. The news, that's social media that you're going to do. That ain't no news. All right, I'm telling you. And so they try to hide these things from you. Yeah. But God already told us that these things was going to happen. All we had to do was wait for it and it shall come. I've been having dreams about it, but I didn't know. And then they said, what? They was going to make the beast, what? Talk. And so we never knew how that was going to be. Now you know, a robot. Yeah, a little small robot. 3 of them. They had the Buddha robot, the priest robot, and they had the rabbi robot. Go, man. It was on that this morning. BBC World News. And then came to pass. All right, let's get to the dreams. Now, bro, I had some powerful dreams this morning. Some of it about y'all, about what y'all gonna be doing. I got a number this morning, 2020. Yeah, I didn't remember all the dreams, but I was by an apartment where they was cooking and eating. I was typing in the number before they had the food they was eating be gone. And I asked, what is here? What is here? Food number. He said 2020. The pad I was using to type in the, I'll go back over the numbers. One was broken. So you know how you have these little pads with numbers? Well, the old telephone, the old telephone, like the punching the numbers on it. So I had one of those type of keyboards. And on that keyboard, just a white keyboard. And so they had some food or something going on and cooking and stuff. And so when that was going on, I asked him, man, what's happening? And stuff like that. I can't remember all the things. But the dream he gave me a number. Because on the phone they had number 5 was broke. It was broke a little bit. They had a copper wire coming off. And so when I asked, somebody else gave me the number. Someone, you know how you have, come on, bro, you know you have other people in your dreams and visions. All right, and so they gave me a number, 2020. It was broken in 2020, and that was the dream. All right, so that was one of the dreams. So the next dream is kind of long. All right, so I was in this church called Oak Grove Church. I was the youngest in there, and the pastor and the deacons were sitting against the wall, and I was behind the petition, and another young man in the older congregation was talking loud, and I stepped from behind the petition and said with a loud voice, "You are still in church. Act like it." And they got quiet. Then the deacon told the pastor he was trying to take over. That was deacon tell the pastor, I would go back over. Deacon tell the pastor he's trying to take over. And so I heard it. Then I asked something. Wait a minute. I got it written down, but I don't have it written down like I'm supposed to. I asked to sit down in their chairs. No, they were sitting down in their chairs. I want to go back over. And with the gray, they had their own gray suits. They had on gray suits with maroon. They had gray and maroon suits on. I said, please forgive me from acting like a damn fool. Yeah, I forgot this is your church. And he turns and asks the deacon, what did he say? And he told him something. And I said, let me go close so I can tell him what I said. So next thing, I went close to him and I said, forgive me for losing my damn mind, acting like a damn fool. This is your church. He said, you're right. Then he stood up. I said, you don't remember me. And I said, I was one of the 5 boys, Reverend Andrew and Sister Andrew, taken in. He said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for them. Yeah, that's what he said. Now, no, how does he know I'm at a church? Now, I might have preached at the church. I might have given a sermon at the church. But you know how you have the clear petition wall, that they have clear petition. And the people was on there now behind the petition. And on the corner now, everything was light. It was light. It was in church. It was not dark. And in the corner, they had a whole lot of deacons, and the pastor was sitting over there against the wall. Now, remember, I told you, the Lord God showed me that they're still talking against the wall. We know that. So they're talking against y'all now. Yeah, yes, they are. Anyway, so the congregation there got loud. So I just went around there, and I told them loud, hey, you know y'all still in the church, just like that. And they shut up. And then when I said that, then I stepped from behind the petition, and then the deacon, one of the deacons told the pastor, the pastor what he said, because he couldn't hear. It's hard to hear, old and stuff, all of us old, all of us elder. And he tell the deacon tell the pastor, well, you trying to take over, just like that. And so I heard him. And so when I heard him say that, after he said that, I said, told the pastor, after I said that, I told the pastor, I said, please forgive me for acting like a damn fool. I forgot this is your church. That's what I told him. And then he said, what he said? And then deacon tell him something. So I said, let me go closer so I could tell him what he said. So when I said that, the very next scene, I'm close. You know how dreams are. So the very next scene, I'm close to him. And so when I get closer up to him, now he old, he sit down, he can't hear too good. And I tell him loud. I got close to him. I say, forgive me for losing my damn mind, acting like a damn fool. This is your church. That's what I told him. Now you know, no. Now come on. No, because that's what's wrong with them. They think that that's the church. That's the church. That's supposed to be the house of the Lord, the house of prayer. But we know it's not no more. And I was just letting them know in some sarcastic way. Yeah, you asked me back in a sarcastic manner also. And so that's why I told him. I said, and then he said, you're right. That's not their church. That wasn't supposed to be their church. Come on, what Jesus said. My Father's house should be known as a house of prayer. So that's where we at now. All our houses are a house. Man, you don't let me back to me. Come on. All right then. So all our houses are a house of prayer. We constantly pray while we raise up in the morning. We pray all the time. We want something all day long. We need the Most High to do something. We're praying. And evening time while the sunset, we're praying. At night, we're in the bed. We pray. Yeah, so that's why you say it. So our houses have become the house of prayer. So that's why I tell you, read the shepherd's heart, so you know. Because it's a personal thing, right? Church. Is anything you speak of the Lord to someone else? Now he ain't gonna stop. He ain't gonna stop. Because he's not gonna stop. Because we already know a slave will not stop until you chastise. We went over there. That's why we're in this situation we're right now. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. He's gonna keep on. He's gonna keep on. No. You know you're gonna get it. Just be patient. Anyway, so after that's what I told. And because they think that's their church, but that's not their church. And we know the true church is. So that's why you gotta go read the shepherd of hearts. Yeah. All right. No, but that's not as you saying that, Yashrael. No. You can't say that. No, I ain't gonna tell you. I told you when he got off work and stuff like that, he asked me, and I'll tell him. That's not right. No, it's not. It's not it. You know I know. I wouldn't have told you that if I didn't know. All right. It's powerful. Yeah, it's powerful. It's very powerful. Anyway, so that's why I told. So they was saying no, I like messing with y'all. So they was over there against the wall and they was talking to them, but they had on that gray and maroon suit. I guess was gray with maroon pinstripe, something like that. Them shiny pimp suits. That's what they had on. But and then he couldn't hear nothing. No, man, we know when God take away man hearing, you know why. All right. No, we went over all that. I'm telling you, no, we already went over that. All right. And so that's why I told him. And so after that, I said, man, you don't remember me. And he said, no. And then I tell him because I was raised up in the foster home. Yeah, I was a kid. They were no. I had tutors. Yeah, I had tutors when I was no. I had started reading like 2 or 3 years old. Yeah. And so I had tutors. Yeah, I had tutors until I got till 3rd grade. I had tutors. And so I had 8 tutors. Yeah, and so so they raised me. They was raising me to be one of those what they say boule people, because they was into Eastern stars and Masonic people, and so they was grooming me at an early age. Now I can tell you more about it, but that's all I'm allowed to tell you so far. And so no, because they already knew it. The people in the institutions, they know prophecy. They had no prophecy. They knew that there was one day they were going to have a black president. They knew what time and everything. So a lot of them was moving people to do stuff like that. That's what they was doing. Oh. But anyway, so I told him about that. And then next day he told me, oh, I'm sorry for them. Like that. That's what he says. I'm sorry for them. Yeah. But no, because I tell them that. I mean, well, I'm telling the truth. Yeah. No, because they think I'm the one's the fool. Nah, far from it. Far from it. And so all of them, they can tell you that ain't all they want. You know the truth. Because the deeper, the more and closer you get to God, God gonna start revealing to y'all more and more secrets. That's why I told you that to learn Revelation chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. Go learn it. It's a song. Go learn this song. I will tell it to you. When the time comes, it's not the time yet. All right. So next dream, it was like the same dream, but they had not seen. Next scene. I was in a church, and they had an X in there. She's standing in the pew, and she says something like, "Yes, he is something." And so the next scene, they had 2 big women with red robes standing against the wall, talking about me. And that's what it was. That's what all it was about. The dreams. That was all about. I don't worry about the people talking about just like Jason. Church is anything. Is anything you speak of the Lord to someone else. No, you got no. I could put something on that bar now. No. We will get into it. And so they had the big women. You know how we had the big old women with the choir robes, and they're messing with their feet because the shoes hurt. They wear tight shoes. They know they're too tight, but they just want to look good. So that's why they wear them. And so they was up there talking against what? No. So I mean, we know that scripture. Yeah, we went over that. Yeah, we went over that. All right. So then he gave me Ezekiel chapter 11. No, I mean, we went over there while they stand up against the wall. Son of Man is still standing up against the wall talking against me. All right. Hey, I was a good reader. My cousin began to read. Man, we not in no pissing contest. We not. This not. Don't it say when anyone speaks of the Lord his church. Come on, bro. I know you knew. I know you knew. All right, well, you gotta go listen to some other videos. Then I don't mind you complain. I don't mind you talking against me. I don't mind none of that. But know what you're talking about. That's all. All right. No, there's no contest. You know this, I know that. You've not been through all that. Because you came once before talking about the apes and stuff like that. Show you where that was at. Did I not do that? Okay. All right. I can say pissing. You never heard him say pissing against the wall? Him that pisses against the wall. It's in the Old Testament. Go read it. I ain't gonna tell you something that's not there. All right. Anyway, so let's go. No, I'm not mad. I ain't gonna just tell you. Man, let's go. Let's go to the lesson. We go out to Ezekiel chapter 11. Now, the reason why we got to go to Ezekiel chapter 11, God, something else I got to tell you. So this morning I was by my aunt's house, and you know, she didn't know like we know, and man, she gravitated to it. Yeah, and I mean, she started reading out of the legend of the Jews, and she's been in the church house 60-something years. Yeah. All right, let me show it to you. No, because some people say, well, he curses. All right, we see that. Because I'll tell you something, this job. All right. We'll do two of them. All right. We'll do two of them. We'll do two of them. All right. But Rapshkanah said unto them, had my master sent me to thy master the sea to speak this word? Hath he not sent me to the men which sit up on the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piss with you? All right. So that's Isaiah chapter 36. But Rapshkanah said, had thy master sent me to thy master, it's the same thing. All right. So that's Isaiah chapter. Well, I can post it to you. All right. They make a mention of in the book of Jasher. That's what I'm saying. No, because you can tell a Christian, oh, he said a bad word. That was Christians. Because that's all they do. They stay in the full gospel, the New Testament, and they regurgitate the same thing all the time. Then you go there with the true knowledge, and they're yeah. No, because we into our power now. We're not the same people. I ain't no way you can tell me you've been listening to me. If you've been listening to me a week, you're not the same person. Come on, bro. You're not. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. Nope. Now I got two of them. Let me put the other one up there too. Man, God has told me something, boy. In the word, I was like, I never heard him come out to me. Yeah, boy, you surprised the Lord ordered to. I was shocked. Yeah, I was shocked at some things he said. No, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. I'll repeat a bad look. Well, I'm so afraid of God. I know now. Sometimes you can dismiss it. Yeah. Sometimes you can dismiss it, but boy, when you hear come about God about me, like, whoa, Lord God, please. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay. All right. This says Joshua means upright in Israel. That's my. I tell you, if you ask me, I'll tell you. You ask me what your name means, I'll tell you what your name means. You don't have to guess. All right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh man, too late. He's done it now. Yeah. No, come on. Don't do. Joshua he didn't put the curse on it. Satan, the Lord rebuke you, cause him. Yeah. Yeah. No, we've done it now. Come on. Because it's all right for you to rebuke me and say things about me. I don't mind. Because all I got to do is say some words. I know how I'm living. And there are these men, they ain't on there just to be on there. They know what they can say now. They know what they can say. They know it's going to come to pass. All right? That's why I'm telling you, man. I don't know what you want. Tell me what you want. I mean, we already showed you that, we already showed you about the apes and who they are, and the shot squash and all them. We already showed you that. So it's something else you want to know, tell me. I'll tell you where to go find it at. All right. No, you don't think my feelings been hurt many a times or many a days? That's why you say you gotta get tough skin. You gotta have tough skin. If you don't have tough skin, you in the wrong place. Go read a book. Have you read this book right here? The Apocrypha. Go read Ecclesiastes. It tells you, yeah, you. No, we don't guess. We know where to find it. We know what book is in. We know what he's saying. We know how to bring the blessings. We know how to bring the curses. We know now. We know the power that we have, and we watches our mouth. We don't let anything come out of our mouth. We don't. We don't. And all right, our names are being changed. We're getting numbers. We're getting weapons of war. We're getting clothing. We're getting everything. All right, well, anyone can tell you something because what you think when what you think when God gave, when we see one of them got a silver dagger, what that mean? You see him with two daggers, what that means? All right, then when you go right, that's weapons of war. Go type that in, weapons of war, and see what type of power these men have received from the Most High. Okay, when they don't listen to me, when they start listening to me, their dreams increase, their visions increase, the spirit increase them. Yeah, I'm telling you. All right. Anyway, moreover, the Spirit of the Lord lift me up and brought me into the east gate of the Lord's house, which looketh eastward. And behold, at the door, the gate, 25 men, among whom I saw Jessaniah, the son of Azar, Pelatiah, the son of Benaiah, the prince of the people. We about to go at the man. We even got Belteshazzar can tell you we haven't even got deep into our power yet. Oh, Jesus already told us, but we being deceived. Anyway, then said unto me, Son of man, these men that deceive devise. Forgive me. Then said the Son, do I hear you? You don't think I hear you? Come on, man. That's one of the gifts of the Spirit the Lord gonna give me. All right. Well, how y'all ask some question, I answer it. That's the law of God giving it to me. When you just keep on living the pious and holy life, He's gonna give you more than that. He already have it for you. All right, then. So you're gonna tell me you've been listening to me and obeying His voice, keep His commandment, and God haven't opened up them gates for you, and you haven't a dream of gates open up for you. You haven't a dream about you getting keys. All right, you haven't been dreaming about gold chains, you're getting gold chains and stones, different color stones and all like that. Oh, bro. Well, you haven't dreamed about you fighting with people and you overcoming them and yeah, all that. All that means something. Yes, it does. It means a lot. Come on, let's continue off. Don't worry about him. I want him to do that. They'll do it. Because, I mean, those make the best servants. Yeah, because we was stubborn, stiff after rebellion also. But when we repented, how powerful did we become? And so now the Lord can trust us. That's why He changed our names and give us numbers. Yeah, if y'all haven't gotten your number yet, He's going to give you numbers. Keep living. Yeah, He's going to give it to you. I'm waiting on Yah. Because Yah told me all those things. He live in Australia. I haven't seen him back online yet, but no, man, everything he told me, then I went and looked it up. His number. Yeah, I went and looked up his number. And other stuff, of course, you tell me something, the Lord God that showed me where it's at. And that's why I can tell you who you are. I'm waiting on Dave. Yeah, he got a powerful name too. No. Jeshurun is a powerful name. Yeah. Now, I'm just telling y'all what he didn't show me. Because it's not about me, it's about y'all. It's about Israel. Man, come on, bro. That's who y'all are. All right. The people gonna be afraid of y'all. I'm telling you, them people gonna be afraid of you. Watch. Then say unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city. And so they're doing that now, but we know that they're doing that all over the world. Just like I just had that dream about the pastor sitting down there and the deacons around him. And the deacons asked and said, what did he say? I forgot to tell you that part. No, I didn't write down that part. I thought I was going to remember it. No. I said, no. When he asked the man, when the deacon asked the pastor what did he say, I said, look, no, I said that. I said, look, they're giving them wicked counsel. Yeah, I said it came out of my mouth. I said, they're giving them wicked counsel. Do you go and find the number and could you spell my name again? I don't say no, the numbers are easy. The numbers are easy, but you don't read left to right. You read right to left. That's the way you read it. All right. When you get your number, you'll know it. Yeah. No, we just went over his name, Raphael. Yeah, we went over his name because we just went over your prophecy. That prophecy is in this prophecy is in the in the book we just read. We just read this prophecy not too long ago. Unless I read it, didn't got to have gotten to it. I'm quite sure we went over your prophecy. That's real. That's how you spell it. Just like that. Go read it. Go find it. It's powerful. Anything I tell you is of God is powerful. Anything, it is powerful. Yeah, Jeshurun is my people. He called Jeshurun. That's in the book of Isaiah. All right, we went over that. All right, listen to it say, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city. And so we know they're giving wicked counsel. Because like I'm telling you, you got people that's coming from South America, you got the Haitians, you got Afghanistan people. All right, then you have Yemen people, you have, because they're not telling you all the news. And then you got the people from Yemen, you got the people from Ethiopia, all these people at war. Then you got people in South Africa, because our people are all over the world, and we are the most poor people all over the world. But that's what they want you to think. But you poor, but we got power. Man, the power that we had. And all that they have taken from us, they got to pay all that back. Man, we can win over all that. Come on, bro. Oh, man. Oh man. Y'all just starting out. I know Belteshazzar. I try to cool him off right now, Belteshazzar. Man, y'all don't want that with Belteshazzar. No. No, because I have to tell him it's not time yet, because I know he's read it. And I have to tell him, because Jesus already told you. Jesus told you where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, lo, I'm in the midst. And I know Belteshazzar already read that somewhere else. I think he can read, I know he had, because it's a part of my prophecy. My prophecy is y'all prophecy. My prophecy is about y'all getting y'all power. All right, let's go over again. That's why I tell y'all this all the time. When I come out, I know like people say, I don't want to hear that. That means he say the same thing, but you don't understand what I'm telling you. And when you get it, then you'll be glad to hear it every day. Yeah, he said, look, I'm sending Elijah before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. So I'm warning you because I'm here. So what's coming next? All right, but what's inside that prophecy? Before he come back, he got to revive us and restore. We went over that when he told Moses, I will restore the crowns back unto him. I will restore the golden girdle back unto him. I will restore the weapons of war back unto him. I will restore the bright radiance of the radiance back unto him. And I will restore the Holy Spirit back unto him. Then what Jesus said, he gave us the Holy Ghost. He said, no, Jesus told you exactly what you're going to be doing. Heal the sick, raise the dead, open the sight of blind, unstop the ears of the deaf, make the dumb speak, make the lamb walk. Cast out demons, cast out serpents, trade over scorpions, all that what Jesus told you. And much, much more he told y'all this Sunday. All right then, so that's about y'all power. To turn the hearts of the children back and forth, the hearts back to children. So everything we read about is but how the Lord God was with our fathers and the power that our fathers had. And when they called upon, no. When they called upon the Lord God came. Come on, bro. All right. Anyway. Okay, wait. I'm just telling you, which say it is not near. Let us build houses in the city. This city is the caldron, and we be the flesh. Yeah. Which say it is not near. Let us build houses. This city is the caldron, and we be the flesh. And so Jesus already told you that they're going to be building houses, they're going to be married, giving them marriage and everything. And what's going to happen? It's already started because they got you looking at some type of fairy tale. And if you bring it down just like this morning, when I went outside this morning and it was like the sun rose, I'm in North Louisiana. I'm in Central Standard Time. So the sun rose at 7:05 this morning. And so when I go out there 7:05 this morning, the moon. Yeah, the moon was out there. Had what do you call that moon? A full moon. Yeah, it's not the new moon, that's the full moon. So the moon should give light of the sun. So when I went out there, the moon was shining like the sun. Yeah. And so, when God revealed it to me, I said, oh, that's what that means. The moon gonna get light of the sun. Yeah. And so I went out there, boy, and I saw that moon. That moon was rising. It was rising I know some people had read this before. That moon was rising like the sun, where it had already risen. And it was in the west, not in the east. It was in the west. And the sun was rising in the west. Man, I saw that and said, man, because they make you think you're looking for something else, still looking for a lot of times be something simple. Oh man, God has taught us so much, man, and we done went through so much. We'll see. Which say it is not near. Now we know it's near. It's here. Because the 10 plagues had already started. Let us build houses. The city is the cauldron, and we be the flesh. We're going to burn them up. That's what a cauldron is. All right. Therefore prophesy against them. Prophesy, O Son of Man. And the Spirit of the Lord fell upon me and said unto me, speak. Thus said Lord, thus have you said, O house of Israel, for I know the things that come into your mind, every one of them. No. Man, you know how many times I have to repent for some woman I done slept with, or something I done did, and God bring it back to my remembrance. No, you know how to humble you. Yeah, you know how to humble you. Yeah. No, because you got to remember, we once was living in a life of sin. When I think about a lot of things, and I go back to Father Adam, and they go to Father Adam, and say, ask Father Adam, why you ate off that food? Why did you do that? And Father Adam said, well, how many sins have you committed? And they go in there and tell Father Adam all the sins that they had done. And Father Adam said, well, I only committed one. Yeah, that's the first day. Yeah, because if you just like Jason covered all that proud, puffed up stuff, God know how to humble you. Yeah, he know how to humble you. Man. No, because they just like what they call that man, Muhammad, the prophet, Muhammad, that's what they call him. And you can't talk about Muhammad, you can't speak against Muhammad and stuff like that. Come on, man. And then they go out there killing people behind him. Well, if he's a prophet and he had that much power, then he don't need to, but we know. Well, they call Jesus one of the major prophets. And so will Jesus kill one of y'all right now in a heartbeat? Yeah, he'll kill you so bad because he told you. No, it's better for a millstone to be hanging about your neck than offend one of these little ones. And so Jason, maybe he forgot that. All right, then touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. All right, then when your name got changed, what that made you? A prophet. All right, and then what? Okay, I'm just telling you because you've been listening to the foolishness so long, and so no, you can tell a man a Christian. Yeah, you can tell him into all that foolishness, HY, and ICIU and all that. No, because it's gonna get worse off on him. Because Lord already told him what he's gonna do to them for messing with us, and they still gonna do it. All right, well, you go ahead on then, bro. Did you know that Irish natives and Dread have been Israelites, and Braveheart's the story of what happened to us, and Romans and British got rid of us and took over the knowledge and intent identity. Where we find it at, y'all? The lost book of the Bible. Yeah. No, it's more than that. It's in this book here. Yeah, the last slavery, the full slavery, and we're in the last one, the monstrous slavery, the most worst of all. Yeah. Because we know where it's at. We want to find that. Yeah, so when a lot of people asking us questions, they easily can, I know. If you put in the question phones, one of them people online will answer and they'll tell you what book you can go find that in. Because how you saying it and how it is are two different things. Because you're saying, all right, do you not know the natives? Druid had been Israelites, Irish natives, Bravehearts and all like that. Well, what we'll do, we'll go back to the book of Jasher and we'll get, no, because when the book of Jasher, don't they say dukes? They call them dukes. What books they call them dukes here? All right, so are those not dukes and kings and all that? What are you talking about? All right, we already know those people. Yeah, we know those people. No, because we don't guess. We always got to go back to the book of Jasher. Yeah. They have been, yes. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Go to the book of Jasher. It's in the book of Jasher, and it tells you. No, also in the book of Jasher, when it tells you that when Esau fled to Mount Seir, and it tells you about the dukes and things, that's in the Holy Bible also. Yeah, go type it in there. You'll see. Because we into the knowledge of God. We don't guess. We tell you exactly where it's at. Yeah, we tell you exactly where it's at. We ain't no guessing here. Because we study too much. We have the knowledge of God. We don't have what no, we have the knowledge of God. Because He has given them to us. And so that's where we go at. That's why we're talking about now, our power. Because we keep on going back and say, did you know this? Did you know that? We know that already. We into our power, keeping our power, using our power. Because that's what He said He was going to revive and restore us. And so we receive not just no. If you revive, you go into not no revival, revive. All right, well, go read Ezekiel chapter 37. That is in there. Yeah, go read that. Okay, now I'm telling you what we have. We're being revived. We're being restored. Just like when the apostles and those disciples went, we got that. And we got more than that. We got also the blessing that we got from Mount Sinai because we read that the Lord God told in the last days He will restore all that for us. All right, well then go read the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. It's in there also. All right. Anyway, let's continue on. Okay. You have multiplied your slain in the city, and you have filled the street thereof with the slain. Have that not happened? Well, it's going to get worse than that. No, because when it's talking about slain, a lot of times they be talking about the innocent people that they have killed. You have multiplied your slain in the city, you have filled the streets thereof with the slain. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, your slain whom you have laid in the midst of it, they are the flesh, and this city is the caldron. But I will bring you forth out of the midst of it. No. Let's continue on reading, because He's going to tell it to you. Because He already told you how this city is going to be on fire. How He going to turn brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor. He already started that. Because China. Now, you remember I had to God bring things back to me, show me ways. Because He talking about how China is flexing this muscle. Yeah, flexing what they're doing and taking over and all like that, just like Hitler did. And I told you I had that dream. They had this Asian man. And he was trying to get this young girl for me, and I wouldn't let him take it. She said, this young girl, she was Asian. And I was in one of my videos. And so we was in the room, and they had the swastika and all that Hitler had. And the Asian man, he was dressed up in the black SS uniform that like Hitler them had. Yeah, I'm telling you, because already started. You have feared the sword, and I will bring a sword upon you, say the Lord God. Yeah, it's fear death. And I will bring you out of the midst thereof and deliver you into the hands of strangers and will execute judgment among you. Esau dukes. Yeah, I told you that. Yeah, man, y'all know. We don't guess, we know. Yeah, witchcraft. That's right. I'm telling you. That's why I say all you got to do is put it up there. Somebody will tell you what it is. Yeah. No, we don't do no guessing, bro. That's why we study these books and things. Because we got power. Man, the power, no, I ain't revealed all your power to you yet, but y'all got a lot of power. I'll bring you out the midst thereof and deliver you into the hands of strangers and will execute judgment among you. And so we know that those people in our land that God, because I say that. It's easy to be done. When He told you about the Assyrians and how the Assyrians are going to be on top of mountains and He was going to sell them to the Sabaeans and all this stuff. All right, then, so when this war, well, then did not these Syrians leave their country? And they was in those refugees camps and stuff? Come on, man. I know they don't put it on the news, but those people still out there running from city to city. Yeah. You have the people from Africa going back and forth from Ethiopia. Then you have the people from the Syrians going backwards and forward. You got the people in Yemen You got the people from Haiti. You got the people from South America. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just go look at it. Because we don't do that. We imagine everything up with the prophecies. And so we see how much prophecies have already come to pass. No, it's about us. It's about Israel. Come on, man. We know I go over there just about every day. I tell you the same thing. With the prophecy, when Israel, you repent with your whole heart, then the kingdom of the heathen comes to an end. And how do we repent? We've done that already. Obey his voice, keep his commandments, keep his statutes, his judgments, and live in them. Come on. All right, then what about our father, Apocalypse of Father Abraham? For our 7th generation, 400 years. And that nation that enslaved them and treated them, I will judge. Come on, bro. All right, the 10 plagues I have prepared for the heathen. We can go on and on. All right. The Most High is black. Okay. Don't go there. Don't go there. Let him keep on. And, you know, just give him a book to go read. What book we read now. And hopefully he'll get it there. Because we don't guess. We don't say the Most High is black. We say Most High, the original people of Most High is black. We already know that. All right, we already know that. Because we could easily go there. All right, so we can easily go there. Now, see, that's you going backwards for a little long, bro. Because remember, when you go to Apocalypse of Book of Abraham, Apocalypse of Father Abraham, he told you, he said, don't listen to Ezekiel, nor answer him. And whoever listens to Ezekiel, answer Ezekiel, fall on the wheel and the sway. And you're about to fall in the wheel and sway. Yeah, because Esau was not black. All right. No, he was not black. Go read it. Belshazzar, give him no, you can give him any book, any other book to show you that Esau was red and hairy. All right. Anyway, now I bring you out the midst thereof and deliver you in the hands of strangers and execute judgment among you. You shall fall by the sword. I'll judge you in the border of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord. The city shall not be your cause, and neither shall you be the flesh in the midst thereof. But I will judge you in the border of Israel. And so that's what y'all talking about right now. No, because them people over there, Mount Seir, with the dukes and everything, that's what you talking about now. And so those people there, they're going to have a large army. That's just reading. No, they're going to have a large, we're going to read it. We're going to read it. We just read it. And you should know that I am the Lord, for you have not walked in my statutes, neither executed my judgment, which you have done after the manners of the heathen around about you. Is that not so? Right then, what they're doing over in that land. All right, then they talk about space, how they training people for going out of space in Israel. All right, then they talk about the cloning. Then they talking about the stem cell research that they're doing. Then they talking about, the rabbi this morning talking about the rabbi robot they have over there. Then it was bragging about how much of the population that they have vaccinated over there. Okay, well, I thought they're supposed to be righteous, holy people. They've been trusting the name of the Lord God. They trust in the Most High. Well, where's that they trusting in the Most High? Don't feel bad, Yahshua, because I've been there also. No, because one time I told my partner them that Judas, that Jesus went down and got Judas and brought him back with him when he went to hell. No. So I've been that guy. I had to retract my, because that's why he said you get into these different people, and they don't know. Then you supposed to know that you're gonna be found as a liar, because God do that. God will block. All right, okay. Then when Moses was Benaiah, the one who God chose to do the ark in the tabernacle. All right, now let's go to another. No, let's go to another one. Moses and Joshua, and God blocked Moses' memory. Remember that? All right, so you get into these people, God will block your memory. Yep, because he don't want you to go backwards and forward. These people, he wants these people They have the knowledge of themselves. And so when we go back to the Father, people go to block our knowledge. And then when you, just like me, sometimes I'll be on here and I know the words and everything. Sometimes just go, mind go blank. Yeah, mind go blank. Somebody be to say something. And then my mind go blank. And then when I get off channel, then everything come back. No, because I always have a problem now. Because I saw Bin Laden before Bin Laden got killed. I saw him. They wrapped up in a white net. I saw that. And so every now and then when I start, no, I can say Taliban, Liban, them people real good. Then I can say ISIS-K, but when it comes down to Bin Laden, I'm really supposed to know that. And I can never remember Al-Qaeda. See, I'm just telling you. Yeah. Right, but Jacob is his father. Do not hate your brother Esau. Not Israel, but Israel is the father. Do not hate your brother Esau. Right. So you got it right, but you just, that's what I'm saying. Stop doing all that, man. Stop going backwards and forwards to people. And because God will block you because he wants you to get the lesson. He wants, man, well, you think God took his time and let me go through all this chastisement, humbling me, humiliating me, and making sure that I become humble and all these things just like he's doing with y'all. And for him not to use y'all, it doesn't work like that. Now, because we know God wastes nothing. We know we learned that. And we learned that there's a reason and purpose for everything on the sun. So God is training us to do what? He told us that's in the book of Job. He said, never going to be no. There are strong and holy people. There are strong people. There should not be any that was before us or any that come after us. We are that people. All right, go reason, Joel. Yeah. All I can do is tell you, bro. Because they don't want you to know this. They want you to be dumb and ignorant. And we fighting the war against ignorance. Come on, man. That's the book of Ecclesiastes. We fighting the war against ignorance. And that's, I'm telling you, that battle. Anyway, let's continue on. Anyway. And you shall know that I am the Lord when you have not walked in my statutes, neither execute my judgment, but have done after the manners of heathen that are round about you. And have that not happened? We've done the same thing. We've done the same thing. Yeah, run behind cars, land, clothes, women, education, everything will run behind. All right, so they had Joe Biden and President Joe Biden. I call him president. All right, so when President Joe Biden tried to give this bill that everybody can go get a free community college education, and what they say? What they say? They cut that bill down because you got people like in they always have those little side colleges that making all that money off them people that get your student loans and everything, and they're making all types of money off y'all. And now I can't think the name of this. Hazinger, something like that. And it's a college for the women to go there and become nurses and nurses' aides and all that type of stuff. That's what you're saying? And so them people there are still, when you leave that college, you owe them people, you owe the government so much money, and they become fat and rich off you. And so those type of colleges will have to shut down because then you'll be going to the community college, which is a state-funded college, and getting a better education, as I did. Yeah, you get a better education. No, I wouldn't now because they'll just teach you the trade that you're going into. You still have to have a basic education in whatever field it is. You still have to have a basic college education. All right, I'm just telling you. And so that's why they don't want to do that. One of the reasons why. Because they're making a lot of money. Then they have lobbyists. The lobbyists, they went there and paid them senators and the congressmen so much money. Come on, we read that all the time. That they want a reward. And then when you want a reward, I'm just telling you, that's what the scripture said. That's what they're doing. All right, well, anyway. And it come to pass when I prophesied that Pelatiah, the son of Benaiah, died. Then fell I down upon my face and cried with a loud voice and said, Lord God, wilt thou make a full end of the remnant of Israel? Yeah, because that's the power that you all had. And see, as soon as he prophesied, the guy, yeah, Pelatiah, the son of Benaiah, died. Fell down upon his face and cried with a loud voice and said, I Lord, because that's how fast. Because that's why I want to talk about Jason and all that, because he think it's still the same old way that he can talk and criticize and say these things and nothing gonna happen. He don't know that time is up for all that foolishness. He doesn't know. All right. Jacob was born clean and sweet by, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, but also, yeah, Esau brought forth. But remember, that's why Esau and Nimrod was like the same. Nimrod was born the same way, with full teeth and everything. Yeah, we read all that. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, so rooted pyramids remain uncircumcised. Yeah. No, he didn't get circumcised. All right. Now, I'm certain we learned that. You go to the book of the Gospel of Thomas, and then you learn what true circumcision is. Because circumcision is not about just cutting off. Well, our father Isaac already told us that. Because him and Ishmael got into it about the circumcision. Yeah, so we know the we don't go into that. We know that's about getting rid of everything of the flesh and become holy and righteous, not just that little foreskin. Because you got well, then how can a woman go in? Can a woman be, well, I know they say that they do it in Africa, but that's not true. No. All right, then so what? Become circumcised. Yeah. So how a woman become circumcised? Circumcised in the heart, man. That's what this is about. And then when you go read the Gospel of Thomas, it tells you that if the circumcision was meant anything, they would have already come in the world circumcised. And so now we know only a limited amount of men of Israel came in the world already circumcised. Jeremiah was one. Yeah. No, he was, when you tell you he was chosen in his mother's womb, he came in the world circumcised. Who else? I don't go into that. We ain't gonna go in there, but let's get back to it. Because this is about our power. And that's where we're at. All right. So not making fully of the remnant. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me saying, because we know we got to go to the lesson. We're not in the lesson yet, we got to get to the lesson. Again, the word of the Lord came to me saying unto me, yeah, I told you, you going back and forth, these people, don't go back and forth them dudes, man. They don't know. Just tell them what book to go find that and let it go. Because you don't want to aggravate you don't want to make the Lord angry. Yeah. Again, the word of no, because when we sit down here, it's not the same as when you sit down in Sabbath school, Sunday school, nothing. When we sit down here, the Lord God blesses us because we studied His word, we studied the Torah, we studied His law, we studied His commandments, we studied everything. And so the Lord blesses us. Yeah, He blesses His children when they study. Go read it. It's in there. Yeah, read it. Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel holy are they. All the house of Israel holy are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said, get you far from the Lord. Unto us is this land given in possession. Yeah, I've been over there. They got our people over there right now. Because our people don't know that they're true Israel. And they went over there in Africa and said, well, y'all are Jewish just like us. Come on over here, y'all, true Jews. Come over now. They're Israel. And they bring them over that land for protection and all that. But that ain't going to work this time. Because the Lord God told you He's going to take His remnant with Him, and the rest He's going to destroy. We're reading about that now. Therefore say, thus say the Lord God, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Is that not so? And that's all over the world. That's why I'm telling our people, man, I don't care where you at. What you calling yourself? You have to return unto your Creator and worship your Creator spirit and truth. Yeah, because He's coming. He'll definitely coming, and we're being revived and restored right now. Yet I would make them as a little sanctuary in the country where they should come. All right? Go read the Shepherd of Harvest and find out what we the little sanctuary. No, God showed it to me again this morning. In the prophets of Father Abraham. Come on, man. Yeah, because we are cleansed. Anyway, let's continue on. No. Man, I keep telling you how much God loves y'all. What you want me to do? Y'all have the power, and all you got to do is wait, humble yourself, and keep living that life. And God going to, man, you're going to be somewhere, and you're going to think that you were there for something else, just like I did this morning. All right, then when you get there, next thing you know, you're going to have to explain stuff, teach stuff. You might have to heal somebody. Yeah, I already told you, man, I've been through all that. Man, why would I tell you something that I haven't been through all myself? Well, like I told you, I was in that Christianity for all the many years. Anyway, therefore, thus say the Lord God, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the country where you have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. Now, who are you talking about? All right, who's scattered through the four corners of the earth? All right. No, because they don't want you to know this. Anyway, no. And assemble you out of the country where you have been scattered. And that's why I'm telling y'all right now, go learn Revelation chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. Go learn it, man. When the time comes, you'll know it. All right, it's not, I mean, we have to get the Jews time enough to repent, the true Jews, not the Jewish people. All right. When they repented, if they was Jewish, when they repented, they become true Jews. So, I mean, we went over that because I was about to tell it to you. He said, not yet. And they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abomination thereof from this. And that's what we're doing. He taught us, he's showing us exactly what to do, exactly what we have to do, and we are doing that. That's why I can even tell you, man, all these books tell the same thing. Get rid of the idolatry, live a chaste life. Yeah, learn how to take all your stuff. They tell you all that. All right. Let's continue on. No. We can't just say the Black Death was not an illness, it was genocide of the Tartarians that ruled and lived for 1,000 years in Europe, Russia, and Asia. All right. No. I saw that the other day. Yeah, I saw that. You know, God reveal things. So we read it. Now I ain't going back over it. No, we read it. We read it just yesterday. Yeah, we read it just yesterday. Yeah. When those little mice came up and took the entrails and all that. All right. No, you read it all the time. You read more than just that. Okay, when Mother Sarah, when both of them came, Pharaoh and Abimelech and Mother Sarah, what happened to their land? What type of plagues and things came over their land? All right, then let's just get a little farther. Joshua and them when they was in those wars and things, what happened? All right, no, the 24,000. Yeah, the 24,000 when Moses had to tell, that was 24,000. When Moses had to tell Aaron, go ahead and take the ashes and pour the ashes out and stop the plague. And Aaron was talking to Moses. Moses said, go ahead, I tell you. The people died and you here talking to me. And he done Aaron that, and God done him the same way. Yeah, remember when God told him, said, you around here crying over an old dead woman. And my people out there need someone. If you don't get, yeah, out in here making all those long prayers. And my people out there when we was by the river, by the sea, the Red Sea. You in here making all these long prayers, and my people out there. Yeah. Love to hear about it. No, it's, you know, God, the same thing a man does to you, he uses a gift. No, he does it to me also. Let's get to it. But anyway, so this is it. They should come thither. They should take away all the detestable things that are and all the abominations that are from this. And that's what we're doing. That's what we have done. All right, but he's not telling us to do that for nothing. And I will give them one heart. And I will put in a new spirit within you. All right, what is our one heart? Well, what our one heart go after? The Most High, does it not? All right, then. Then what he say? All right, now I'll put a new spirit within you. Have that new spirit have not taken hold of y'all? And I will take the starting heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh. So when you're in there and you start thinking about all the goodness, start thinking about what happened to Father Adam, what happened to Mother Eve, what did happen to others, you gonna tell me them tears don't start flowing, and how much you love the Lord, and you don't see them tears? I've been in too many times. I have to catch myself, because God don't always want us to be like that. You know, he let you moan and cry for a little while and have that, but he wants you to get back into the fight and the war. And so, no, man, sometimes I get here like on a Sabbath, and, you know, on the Sabbath be more quiet. And boy, you get in here, boy, you hear one of them songs, take it over, man. No, I think about something right now and break tears to my eyes. Think about us. Think about our women and stuff, and what we've been through and what we have gone through. And sometimes I think about the lack of knowledge that our people have all this knowledge and stuff and still reject. And they're in that church house, they've been in the church house all these many decades and centuries, and seeing all these people dying and what they are doing. No, man, I bring tears to your eyes. All right, well, let me give you this. I'll give you a mystery. Yeah, I'll give you a mystery. When you lying in the bed sometime and just be praying, and then the next thing you know, tears be flowing down your eyes. You don't know why, what's coming, where it's coming from. The tears be running. Yeah, you got that new heart, a new spirit. That's what he told you we was going to revive. I just been telling you that. That they may walk in my statutes, keep my ordinances, and do them, and they should be my people. Now I'll be the God. Yeah. So God gonna help people with no power. God gonna help children with no power. Man, come on, bro. I tell y'all that all the time. Y'all just think I be talking. I don't just be talking. I'm just giving you at the end and giving up to me, man. Man, y'all so powerful. It's a shame how powerful y'all and y'all not using it. But I mean, be patient. Don't go out there and force it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right, but you gotta learn of his statutes, you gotta learn of his ordinance, and you have to keep them. You know, I don't like getting my tongue, but I could get it. All right. And so that's where y'all at now on the timeline. No, y'all know that's over with. No, man. I really don't want to get into it. Because they didn't forgot. And the Lord God made sure that's why I tell you, go to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 15. To make sure that we never forget. Because once you forget, we fell back into worshiping idols, not taking control of our genitals. Yeah, and got back in a worse situation than we were before, as we are now. All right, I'm just letting you know. But as for them whose heart walk after the heart of their detestable things and their abomination, I will recompense the way upon their own heads, say the Lord God. And so I'll just about to go into that with Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley. Who else they had on there? Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, another one on there. He's gonna come. And so they try to get everybody, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but his name is Noel Cinder. That's his name. And so they try to get you, they forgot, especially Noel Cinder, Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, he forgot when they was trying to draft him, he went and changed his name and all that. So he forgot what God, especially Magic Johnson, you know what God done for him. They forgot all that. Yeah, they forgot all that, but don't worry, God gonna bring it back to the remembrance. And he's gonna, what he say, on recompense their ways upon their own heads, say the Lord. No, bro, I'm telling you, bro. All I can do is warn them, hoping that they repent. But some of them can't repent. Because they went and took that, well, I can't say that. Because they have a remedy for everything. So Lord God ain't alive. If Lord God says, if you want you to do this, and there's no coming back from it, then that's what that means. All right. Now I have to, as we go, we learn more and more. All right. No, because it might be all three that we have to. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. Because I studied it, but I didn't get it. As we go along, we find out more and more as we go along. All right. And so we find out more and more of the law and how to apply it and stuff like that. So we can't just say stuff no more. We can't. But we got to know. That's what this is about. If we know we say it, we don't know, we keep our mouth shut. All right. That's in the book of Ecclesiastes also. I read that this morning. Chapter 5. Yeah. Anyway, no, he wants us to know something about everything. Everything. Even though it's a small amount, we're supposed to know something about everything. That's what we want. And we do. We do. We do. Anyway, so our recompense their ways upon their own heads to the Lord. Then did the cherubims lift up their wings, and the wheels beside them. The glory of God of Israel was over them above. Now, who was talking about yesterday about the chariots? Somebody was talking about the chariots yesterday. All right. No, because we know God travels. No, that's why I told him Ezekiel, but I also told him go back when we was on Mount Sinai and we got the Torah. Now the Lord God came, those angels came from four different ways, and it was so many of them. Oh yeah, it was a whole lot of them. Well, just like when we go back into the wilderness, they say only a remnant is going to return, but what if that remnant is 1 billion or 2 billion people? Yeah, that's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Then did the cherubims lift up their wings, and the wheels beside them, and the glory of God of Israel was over them above. No, I had what I saw. Did I see the one with the 4 faces? Yeah, that's what I saw. No, I just saw 6-winged creatures. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw a 6-winged creature. He was eating on the tree. Yeah. No, he was light, pure light. He had wings and a tail, and he was eating on the tree. That could have been a serpent. Yeah, that could have been a serpent. Yeah. Oh, no, it could have been a serpent. Because he had no color to him. I'm gonna tell you about how the color the serpent had, but he looked at something like, no, he was eating, he could fly, yeah, had a tail. No, we know this serpent here wanted to have sex with Eve. No. So that's what the way they are now. That's what they have made us. Not have women and men both don't have no control over their genitalia. And we know all that is of the devil. And so the Lord God teaches them how to, if we don't take hold of all that, we're not going to make it. That's why I tell them go read the Shepherd of Herms, because a lot of them think they're going to make it. They're not. And they think God don't have no respect, but I'm too beautiful to go to hell, all right, partner? Oh, I'm too handsome to go to hell. Okay, man. All right, you can go ahead on. No, I'm too educated. Yeah, I got some PhDs and so. No, I was the president. Yeah. All right, we'll find out how many pharaohs are in hell, how many kings are in hell, how many high priests are in hell. Yeah. Yeah, we go over all that. We go over all that. Yeah. And the glory of the Lord went up in the midst of the city and stood up on a mountain which is on the east side of the city. And after, because that's where we're going to be at. After the Spirit took me up and brought me in the vision by the Spirit of God and to the charity, to them of the captivity. So the vision that I had seen went up from me. Then I spake unto them of the captivity and all the things that the Lord has shown me. And that's where we are now. The giants, Esau and the Israelite was fighting together. Yeah, they were fighting together. At one time, no. What book? Show them the book that's in. No. No. Esau and Israelite was fighting together. Yeah, well, you bring up to modern day. No. No, you're going to have to show me what book that is. Type it. Put down what book that's in. Yeah, put it down. What makes you think? What makes you think that? Oh. And just tell me what book is that. Just put down what book it is. We don't guess when you come out there and say Esau and the Israelites were fighting together. Well, we should know what book that's in. With testimony. So we go by testimony. There we go, it's written. Whatever you say and it happened is written down. But we can go to modern day when Vietnam War, we go to World War I, World War II. We can go to places like that. No, no. I can't. I mean, because that is different. Anyway, no, the Hamites, when you go talk about the Hamites, Pharaoh, Israel and Pharaoh was fighting against Esau. We know that. All right. Well, I mean, you know, is that posted? What book is it? What testimony? Where that testimony is at? Because we don't just say things, we prove it. Because the Lord God has left everything in His Word for us. And that's what we know. Because what's happening is now, well, our children are at stake, our women are at stake, and our young men are at stake. All that's at stake. Yeah, so all that is at stake. So we can't just guess no more. No, we got to know. We got to know because when we go out saying the prayers and things now, we got to know. We can't just be willy-nilly. Yeah, we know it's willy-nilly about that now. The reign of Saul. There were several reasons for the choice of Saul to ensue us with sex, right? And snare. All right. Ensue and snare is the same thing. Well, it's not exactly. Well, don't they ensue us right now? It's on television, radio, song, dance, everything. All right, they ensue you, then they ensnare you. Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. Now, they never fought together. I have always been at war against one another. Read the book of Daniel. I tell you, you come into the wrong lesson and say stuff. You don't have it. They know where to find it at. They tell you right there what book. No. Because when it comes down to, well, let's just read it there. The reign of Saul. Now remember, they asked God for a king. Right, but God was mad. Let's read the last part, then we jump in. All right. All their desire was a king in the place of a judge, was enkindled the wrath of God and caused Samuel vexation, was the way in which the common people formulated the demand. And that's not that, that's we just went over. It's all right for y'all to ask questions and do things, but just try to formulate, ask things, but try to formulate in the best question that you possibly can. And if you're not for sure, just try to do it. Don't come up there like you said Esau and Israel was fighting together. Well, you could put that in a question. Where in the testimony was Esau and Israel was fighting together? And then we can tell them. And then just like Yasriel, not Asrael, right? Yasriel. I ain't telling you. I already told him. Raziel, it's in this book. This is the letter of the Jew. We went over his name not too long ago with his prophecy. Yeah. See, Irish wisdom. Oh man, go ahead. Man, I ain't getting to that no more. No, because he rejected the knowledge of God. Irish wisdom perceived
preserving the Bible and pyramids. We talk about the Irish and the natural sound, like Jacob also regarded the things that belong to Jacob by Esau. Man, go ahead. Because you trying to mix stuff. It's two different people. Israel is one people and Esau is another people. All right. No, Esau could never be Israel, and Israel could never be Esau. Just like Jews could never be Israel, and Israel could never be Jews. Can't do it. Well, ask somebody, they'll post it for you. Yeah, ask them now. They know. They'll tell you what book you can find in it. Yeah. Irish was not Esau. Irish is Esau, man. That is. Irish people are Esau, man. Come on, bro. There were several reasons for the choice of Saul as a king. Now remember, no, listen to the formulated demand. We want a king, they say, that we may be like the other nations. And so, no, that would got us in a lot of troubles. Right now, there are a lot of people saying, well, we want to be just like the white people. We want our civil rights. We want to live in the same type of houses they live in. We want to live in the same type of areas they live in. We want to buy the same type of car they buy. We want to type the same type. But God didn't tell us to do that because we are different than them. And our education that we are getting way more powerful than their education. All right, our form of mode transportation is way more. Well, when you wake up and you flying on the back of an angel, well, whose transportation is the best? They got to stop and get gas and all like that, and we keep on going. It's going to be better than that. Because when we get to where we're supposed to be at, we're going to be able to do it ourselves. Come on, man. Moses and them was, man, no, I'm not getting off it. There were several reasons for the choice of Saul as king. He had distinguished himself as a military hero in an unfortunate engagement of the Philistines. With Israel under the leadership of the son of Eli, Goliath captured the tables of the law. They'll notice the spell a little different. And Saul heard of this in Shiloh, and he marched 60 miles to the camp. Now remember, I have been to Shiloh. Foxes and ain't nothing on Shiloh now. And that's why the Lord God said, go to Shiloh and see what I have done to it. All right. No, I asked him that. And he distinguished himself in the middle, right? So when Saul heard of this in Shiloh, he marched 60 miles to the camp, wrestled the table from the giant, and returned to Shiloh on the same day. So Saul went and took the tablet from Goliath. So we know who Goliath is. Yeah, we know who Goliath is. We know who he is. We know who he came from. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. So he took the tablet and went back to Shiloh on the same day, bring Eli to report the Israelitish misfortune. Besides, Saul possessed unusual beauty, which explained why maidens who asked about the seer in the city sought to engage him in lengthy conversation. So, no, man, I'm telling you, because all our people still that way now, but we living in our heathen land, and we're doing everything like the heathen, and he took away our beauty. Because when you start obeying his voice, keeping his commandments, then we know that beauty returns unto him. Because the beauty start inward and come outward. All right, then we know certain. No, let's continue on. At the same time, there was a seed modest when he and his servants failed to find answers that they were looking for. He said, my father will take thought of us, putting his servants on a level with himself. He humbled himself. And when he was anointed king, he refused to accept the royal dignity until the Urim and Thummim was consulted. Now I have to stop right there. No, because when you have this, like I had gray and red in my dream last night, I know it means so. I haven't looked it up yet. No, it means something because we went over that. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, we posted. We know that. Yeah, Michael.
Right. Anyway, let's continue on. So when y'all have colors in your dream, that means something. So don't dismiss the colors, because we went over that. We went over the colors and things in our dream. Urim and Thummim. Go read it. It's still there, because you're getting stones in your dreams. You're getting pearls in your dreams. You're getting the different stones in your dreams. Okay, you're getting a white stone. You're getting a pearl. All right. No, I had a lot of stones. Then you're going to get the breastplate, just like I'm waiting on Yah. Yah got the breastplate. Yeah. Yah from Australia. I haven't seen him yet. I guess he'll come back when oh, Yah going through a whole lot of stuff. Because he haven't learned how to use his power. He have it, but if you don't learn how to songs, you got to learn some songs, man. Because you can have all the power you want, but if you don't know how to use it, what good is it? All right, just like all this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, God is not giving us just not to use it. Man, go read the book of Ecclesiastes, man. And it tells you why. All right, anyway. So you got to learn, because King, that's why he said go back to King David. That's why he turns back, because you got to learn when these enemies come to you, we can say some words and we know the enemy will drop dead right before our face if we say certain things. Okay, because Father Moses already proved it. We just finished reading it in Ezekiel chapter 11. All right, Pelatiah, that's his name, fell dead right before the face of Ezekiel when he was prophesying. Come on, bro. All right, that's why I tell you, watch what comes out your mouth. Okay, no, because you're not the same people in the moment. How many times I have to tell y'all that? You're not the same people. Y'all have been revived and restored. Your power has been given back unto you, as we said in the last days. What's going to happen? His chief venture, however, was his innocence. His chief virtue was his innocence. He was as free from sin as a 1-year-old child. No wonder then he had held worthy of his prophetic gift. Now, it's the same thing. But listen to this. No, because that's what these people don't want you to understand, the gifts that you had. And they're trying to take these gifts and things from you. All right. No. Because when you go read about Saul, and then I heard sermons on Saul and all of those type of things. They always bring about when Saul didn't do that one thing what God asked him to do. All right, we're going to go over that also. And that's all he could say about Saul and how he went to the witch. Man, come on, bro. He had so much. That's why when we read this book, we find out so much more. And no, bro, because it's about our power. We got to know. We got to know when God gives us these names and God chooses us and everything, we have a certain quality about us. We have a certain virtue about us. That's why. No wonder then he held word of prophetic gift. The prophecy ought to concern itself with the wall of God and made God. Now we know that the meeting out of the reward and punishment, the meting out of the reward and punishment at the last judgment finally. And so we know all this coming up. And then look what it said. It's the last judgment finally. Yeah. So that's why I told you I don't like to skip, because the prophecies are in there. And we have, because we know prophecy now are commands that shall come to pass. Come on, bro. All right. His choice as king was due also to the marriage of his ancestors, especially his grandfather, Abiel, a man interested in the public welfare. And so that's what we are now. That's why we do this. We're not just entering in our welfare, we enter in the welfare of all Israel, hoping that all Israel repent and get out of Christianity, Muslim, Hindus, Buddhists, and stop rejecting knowledge. And because when they reject the knowledge, they lose all up on everything. But if they take this time and go read and study and live it, we know what's going to happen. Because that's what we're doing, and we know what can happen unto us. All right, and we know this is what Jesus said. Whosoever will, let him come. But we know they have to do certain things. All right. And a man interested in the public welfare, who would have the streets
lighted so that the people might go to the houses of the study after dark. Might go to the houses of study after dark. And so they were studying at nighttime. Yeah, because like I've said, just like I'm telling you, when people come here try to interrupt us, well, we know that God doesn't like that, and He will chastise them. They tried, but we know where we at, and we know how far we then came, and we know where we at now. Come on, man, we done came so far now with our studying and our learning. All right, so you came so far that we do what? You're getting garments, you're getting weapons of war, you're getting names, you're getting numbers, you're getting your breastplate, you're getting all that. Okay, well, would you get that before? Come on, man. Because God is not a liar. Saul's first act as king was a successful attack with Nahash, the king of the Amorites, who had ordered the Gileadites to remove the injunction from the Torah bearing the Amorites. Remove the injunction from the Torah bearing the Amorites from the congregation of Israel. Because we just went over it. It's for everybody. So when somebody come over here talking about the Irish and white and all that, we know they held up under the same laws and strict rules just as we had. Because that's our Father Obadiah. Because they're pious and holy people. All right. No, but Jesus told us, said, whoever does the will of my Father, those are my brethren and my sisters. All right, so we know Obadiah, even though he was Esau, he did the will of the Father, did he not? We know that Job, all right, I'm just telling you because you have to put it all together. We don't guess, we know. All right, let's continue on. I didn't always know this. No, I didn't always know this. But the more we study, the more power he gives us, the more understanding. Because power is one of the power is knowledge, well, two of the power. One is knowledge, one is wisdom, one is understanding, one is insight, and we can go on and on. The next undertaking the campaign against the Philistines, he displayed his piety. His son Jonathan had fallen under the severe ban pronounced by Saul against all who taste his food on a certain day. And so remember, I told you, watch what come out your mouth. All right, so this would happen to him. And this was against his son. All right. By Saul against all who tasted food on a certain day. And Saul did not hesitate to deliver him up to death. No, because we know we don't have respect for person. God don't have respect for person. Kings, and we are the same way. We don't have respect for person. Jonathan's trespass was made known by the stones in the breastplate. That's why I tell you, them colors mean things. And it lights up. By the stones in the breastplates of the high priest. All the stones was bright. Only one bearing the name Benjamin had lost his brilliancy. All right, brilliancy. Okay. No, because when I saw in a dream, like last night, in dreams and visions, and it was in the church, but it was gray and red. Yeah, gray and red. Anyway. No, we know they're red, Varus. The lot was determined. No, the phone pad I had was white. And the numbers on it was black. But the audible voice told me 2020. Yeah. But when I looked at it, it was 20 on top and 20 on the bottom. And so when it's 20 on top and 20 on the bottom, it forms what? 22. You gotta know. Yeah, because we know it's a two-fold card. Sometimes threefold, sometimes multiple. We know that now. All right. So that was just on stack up on one another. Lot was determined that his dim lust was due to the Benjamite Jonathan. Saul desisted from his purpose of executing Jonathan only when it appeared that he had transgressed his father's command by mistake. A burnt offering and his weight in gold paid to the sanctuary was considered as atonement for him. So he had to, he still burning the offering, he gave it, he paid for it. All right. No, we keep on reading. And the burnt offering and his weight in gold paid to the sanctuary was considered as atonement for him. And the same wall Saul had occasion to to show his zeal for the scrupulous observance of the sacrificial ordinance, because all of them are sacrificial ordinance. Yeah, that's why we study it, so we know. Right? No, because you might get trapped into something. And if you get trapped into something, we're going to go over that also. That we should know what to do. That's why we study. And that's why God wants us to study. Remember, he chastised Yahweh and finishes Elijah because Elijah knew, but there was warring against other with that meanness, and that madness, and that anger, and whatever. Elijah lost the high priesthood. Yeah. Oh, that's telling you. No, he's still a prophet, but he was the high priest. Man, the high priest had that connection with God, man. He was able to go into the holies of holies and do all that. He was the high priest. He was over everything. Come on, bro. All right, if you don't know nothing about it, go read Onias and the prophets, Maccabees. Go read Onias and tell you. Or read Aaron. He was a high priest. And all the things that he was able to do. All right. Anyway, he reproaches his warriors with eating the meat of the sacrifices before the blood was sprinkled on the altar. All right, they ate it before the blood was sprinkled on the altar. He made it his task to see to it that the slaughter knife was kept in a prescribed condition. A recompense, an angel brought him a sword, there being none besides Saul, the whole arm, to bear one. No, I got a lot of different swords. I hope y'all getting y'all swords. Got a lot of different knives, got a lot of different swords. Yeah. I got, well, at least I know I got a lot of different weapons, handguns. I got what they call 9mm. Yeah, but no, I ain't never had no AK. I ain't had no AK in my hand. But I done had what they call that little thing called over there in Israel, that Mac 10. I had the Mac 10. Of course, I had the M16. Yeah, well, I had some weapons. No, I had ray guns. I had the ray guns, the hand ray guns, and I had the rifle ray guns. I had those. Because of all the different types of sport. I told you that. All right, that's what y'all gonna get. Rods, spears, shields, all that. Yeah. Man, y'all got so much y'all got to get. Just keep living and he'll give it to you. Yeah. Saul manifests a different spirit in the next campaign, the war with the Amalekites, who at the bidding of God was to exterminate. When the message of God's displeasure was conveyed to Saul by the prophet Samuel, he said, if the Torah ordains that helper of the herd should be beheaded in a battle as an atonement for the death of a single man, how great must the atonement require for the slaughter of so many men? Yeah, because he told him go down there, he wanted to kill everything, don't touch nothing, leave it alone. And he granted that they are sinners. What wrong have the cattle done to deserve annihilation? So now they tell you what he did. No, he didn't kill a cattle. All right. And granted that the adults are worthy of their fate, but what have the children done? He didn't kill the children. Then a voice proclaimed from heaven, be not overjust. Be not overjust. That's in Solomon. Yeah, why should I kill myself ahead of time? Overwise. Yeah, why should I destroy that self ahead of time? Before time? All right. Go read it. It's right there. All right. It's a voice proclaimed for him, be not overjust. Later on, when Saul commissioned Doogie. Now we know that's in Bidanis and Thrall. Yeah. When I had that little thing, he said, I'm Doogie. And he was made of rocks. Because that's what they be doing, man. They be, by you not knowing, they be making fun of you because you don't know. Yeah. To cut down the priest at no. No. All right. Here you go. Let me give you the thing. I will give it to you. You gonna love it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up there. Now I'm gonna put it up there. You're gonna love it. I told you. Yeah, that's what it means. Mm-hmm. One of the things, you know, it can mean other things too. You know, it can mean 5 things. Come on, man, went over that. Yeah, it can mean 5 things. It can. You can have 5 different names. Come on, bro. Come on, man. How many times? It's God's works. That's what it is. It's God's work. I told you I was gonna look it up. I told you I was gonna look it up, the right spelling and everything. Yeah, is it not pronounced the same way? It just spelled different. It's still the same. Yeah. Jasael. Jasael. I can't pronounce it like you can pronounce it, but it's the same. I saw this. Oh, let me tell you. Now I was up early this morning looking for you. Yeah. I went to that school. Yeah. Anyway, God's work. Yeah, boy. No, God's work. The power in that. Yeah. No. Because it say, yeah, true are all thy works. No. And it say, marvelous. It say, great and marvelous are thy works. That's why I'm telling you, go read, right? Revelation chapter 15, verse 3 and 4. Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Go read it. Yeah. Yeah. Man, y'all so powerful, man. All y'all names are powerful names. Y'all have that power, but you know, don't worry, the time gonna come. Just and true are all your ways. That's right. So, you know, that's what we supposed to be learning. That's the reason now, you know, I ain't gonna tell you to learn that for nothing. All right, but this way, he gave it to me to give it unto y'all. All right. Anyway, so so he didn't want to kill the children. None. Done. The voice was playing from heaven, be not overjust. Okay. And then later on, when Saul commissioned Doogie to cut down the priests at Nob. Now remember in Throw, yeah, with Throw and that name of the movie, him and Hawk and all of them, about that woman. That is the truth. No, because they missed when Ragnarok. All right, we know Ragnarok is true. Come on, brother.
The Testament of Solomon, Ragnarok represents Beelzebub. Come on, bro. We done went over all that. Okay, then. And so Doogie, when he won the revolution and everything, yeah, the people, man, the people are Jewish folks, and they just make fun of us. No, despite God's word, book of Prophets of Father Abraham. Despite his word, they mock his word, despite mock and they despise his word. That's what they do. All right. Anyway, see, later on when Saul commissioned Doogie to cut down the priests at Nob, the same voice was heard say, be not over wicked. Right. So now, no, because y'all supposed to be hearing voices too. I hear, like I said, in my dreams, I hear all those voices now. At one time, I wouldn't hear the voice. Now I wouldn't even remember what the voice is. But now it's different. Yeah, I hear the voice and I remember what to say. Well, not all of them. I didn't remember what the no, they was talking against me, talking about the 2 big women. They had on the same thing. Yeah, they had on them gray, red robes. Yeah. Anyway, say, be not over wicked. It was this very dude destined to play so baleful a part in his life who introduced Saul to spare Agag, A-G-A-G, the king of the Amorites. His garment was the law prohibits the slaying of animals and his young on the same day. Yeah, you can't slay the mother and the calf on the same day. We know that. Yeah, so you can't slay them. No, but God, God slayed them. He said he's gonna slay them all. Mother with child, everything, killing it all. Yeah. How much less permissible is it to destroy at one time old and young, men and children? And saw they undertake the war extermination against Amalek only because it's forced into it. Now remember, God told him to destroy everything, don't leave nothing, and don't take nothing. And he was easily persuaded to let the people keep part of the cattle alive. And as far as he himself was concerned, he could have had no personal interest in the booty, but he was so affluent that he took a census of the army by giving sheep to every one of his soldiers, distributing not less than 200,000 sheep. Yeah, every one of his soldiers. But we know that one of the things that wisdom hates, she hates that a soldier go to war and don't have and don't get paid for it. Yeah, no. They was talking this morning on CBS Morning, and he was talking about concussion settlement, the billions of concussion settlements. And the black football players were getting less, and the white football players getting more. But that's everything. They're talking about, no, because I was in the military. And no, I'm still fighting for my little whatever now. But I know some white soldiers, veterans, they didn't got theirs. And the same thing with medication and everything. They give them everything that they need, what they want. And black people, black soldiers, they don't do that. No. Same thing with the insurance and everything. That's all the way across the board. But we know that they're going to pay for that. All right? No, because God let you know what they're going to do. Go read or listen to the Gospel of Philip and how God tell you, say you got to cut it open and let the world know what it's doing, and then let the sun hit it, and then they're going to dry it up. So that's what we're doing. We're cutting it open and let the world know what's going on. Because that's why he said, I'm sending you Elijah before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And so, they're going to pay for everything, because remember when he sent Moses kept warning Pharaoh. And his heart was hard now for that. But he kept warning him. Do I not get on there and warn him? Yeah. Because I know what's coming. I done seen it. Yeah, I done seen it. Say, brother, all right, well, just go ahead and believe like you want. Anytime you think if I'm lying to you, anytime you think that I'm lying to you and I don't know the truth, always remember where you are at. That you're still in the captivity, and we're not in our land, and we're scattered through the four corners of earth. Always remember that, Father. I'm telling you. Yeah. Because God is not a liar. And just like it said, we're going to see who words should stand. Mine or yours. Boy, I'm scared of God. God, tell me something. Boy, I like you, Lord, please. Jump down on these and start. Yeah. No. Boy, because I know God don't pray. No. Our Father, when all those angels and the spirits come visit me, they're not laughing. They're serious. Even if one of them say something in a joking manner, they still be saying it in a serious. He's saying it serious. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, they be serious. What's going on is a serious thing. You let me know there's a serious thing. Now, I mess with y'all about your names and stuff like that because I'm happy for you that y'all got your names and got your numbers and give y'all gifts of war and everything that he had promised unto y'all. I'm happy for y'all. I'm very happy for y'all. So that's why I be overjoyed. So that's why I be saying those type of things. Anyway, let's continue on. Compared to David's sin, Saul was not sufficiently grievous to account for the withdrawal of the royal dignity from him and his family. The real reason Saul's too great mildness. The real reason was Saul's too great mildness. He was too mild. Drawback in a ruler. Well, God have to, because when I first come out, I'll tell God to kill him, God to kill him. Yeah, so God didn't want him to be too harsh. No, because I got stuff, still prophecy that's still in me that I gotta let come out. And so he don't want me to be that harsh, especially with us. Man, I'm so harsh. You know, I put Psalm 105 and Psalm 109, 35 on you in a minute. Yeah, yeah, but you know, he said no, because that was the problem with and Elijah and Elisha. And he tried to get them not to be so harsh. Oh, he finally got it. He finally got it. But, and so I was the same way. I didn't have still. I don't know if I still. No, I don't have to see like some people say I'm gonna go there, punch him in his mouth, hit him, and do all that. I don't do all that. No, he's one or the other. Hey, either I'm gonna leave you alone or somebody gonna do something. All right. Anyway, moreover, so we got these two great mildness, the drawback and the ruler. Moreover, his family was such immaculate nobility that his descendants might have become too hardy. Too hardy. When Saul disregarded the divine command about the Ammonites, Samuel announced to him that his office would be bestowed upon another. Now we know all that because that's in the Holy Bible. All right. Now I'm just finished reading it, but we know that the Holy Bible got, because that's what it's about. It's not telling you everything. Samuel announced, because we know that the Bible has been abridged. Come on, bro. Samuel announced to him that his office was to be bestowed upon another. The name of his successor was not mentioned on that occasion, but Samuel gave him a sign by which to recognize the future king. He would cut off the corner of Saul's mantle, who would reign in his stead. Later on, when David met Saul in the cave and cut off the piece of the king's skirt, Saul knew him for certainty to be his destined successor. Let's continue on. So Saul lost his crown on account of A-G-A-G. All right, well, y'all criticize. Well, go ahead, I'm have your fun about me. Can't pronounce the words right, names right. I know y'all do the same things. Yeah. And yet did not accomplish his purpose of saving the life of the Ammonite king. For Samuel inflicted a most cruel death upon Agag, that not in accordance with the Jewish, but with the heathen form of justice. Yeah. I'm telling you, no witness of Agag's crime could be summoned before the court, nor could it be proved that Agag, as the law requires, had been warned when about to commit the crime. Though due punishment was meted out to Agag, in a sense it came too late. Had he been killed by Saul in the course of the battle, the Jews had been spared the persecution devised by Haman. No, we went over Haman, because that's where we started at. We started out, and I had skipped and we went to the exile. Okay, then we went back, then I went back to Moses and stuff. Well, we went over that. All right. No, we know who Haman was. Because when we went over Haman in Legend of the Jews, we go in more detail than what they have in Esther. And we go in more detail about Esther. And we go in more detail about Belshazzar. Man, we went in so much detail. All right, some other videos is in there, especially when you go to the Sabbath video, 6 hours. It's in there. I know they took a lot of them down, but don't worry, they're paying for it. Look at all the trouble Facebook is there. All right, they're going to go across the board. Keep watching. Keep watching. Anyway, so the Jews would have been spared the persecution devised by Haman. For in the short span of time that elapsed between the war and the execution, Agag became the ancestor of Haman. Yeah. All right. No, because that's what they tell you. Well, there's a reason for everything under the sun. And no, a lot of people be questioning. That question still going to do with us in the Lord. I know sometimes the Lord going to tell you to do things, all the things race to your mind, how it should go down,
But just go and try not let your mind wander into all the many different things, all the many different scenarios. And get your mind off of that and keep your mind on the word. And so when you go there, it'll go just like the Lord God wanted to go. And no, I've done that too many times. God sent me somewhere, and my mind start wondering how it's gonna go down, and what I'm gonna do, and all like that. Still just going there and just go. And so he had taught me that. He kept sending me till he got that to me. And so now when I just go, yeah, I just go because yeah, whatever's there is there. It's for the good. Yeah. Yeah. The Amalekite war was the last notable achievement. Shortly after he was seized by an evil spirit. Yeah, tell you, boy, the evil spirit can take over you. Just like right now, when I tell you about all these, I tell you about all of them on YouTube, Facebook, and pastors, the preachers, and all that. I tell you all that. But they don't think an evil spirit had to take them over, but it has. They don't think so. Oh, but the evil spirit have to take. When they're begging for money, and they have all this fine raiment, and you gotta buy my book, buy my CD, come partnership with me, and they have that commercial go over their line, then you go down, you can PayPal me or cash me this to help my ministry and all of that. Well, we know that the ministry is of God. It's not my ministry, it's God. It's God commanding, telling me to do this. And if God not well, so God gonna send you someplace and not provide everything for you. Or then why he killed all of Ephraim people, dry bones in the valley. The book of Jasher in this book, and he killed them all because they went before time. And what else they did? They didn't prepare themselves because they will win of God is a command. And you go, you have everything for you. But if it's not of God, you go, you know it's going to happen. All right. Because every place I went out, every place God sent me, I was already prepared. I didn't need nothing. Yeah. I'm telling you. All right, that's how I knew it was of God. I already knew it was God before I went. And so when these pastors teaching everybody begging for money, you know it's not of God. The God owns everything, you have everything. All right, then he sent Saul out there. And what happened to Saul? All that happened to Saul, I heard somebody talking about all that happened to Saul. But yet and still, Saul went all the places, and he didn't have no money, he had nothing. He wound up in Rome. He got there. He didn't tell you how he got there, but he got there, and he didn't have nothing. Come on, bro. That's how God is. All right. When Lord God sent the disciples and everything, what he told them, what not to take. All right. And then he told them who was worthy, how they was going to get their food and everything. He told them everything. Okay, well, the same thing he's doing for us right now today. But he said, well, I need some money. And then they got this thing now where they're going back to, well, come. We have 3 days meeting, come to my meeting. I'm in this place. And Lord God told y'all don't go there. Because we know that we are that place. It's in us, and we are the readership of our faith. I just been reading to how we are sanctified. All right, how we done got rid of everything out of this world. And because that's how they get you, that seducing spirit. Like they're so perfect, and they're not. And they tell you they're not. And you are perfect, and you're going to be seduced by them. No, I did the same thing. No, I did the same thing. Yes, I did. I was seduced. I had everything and went into Christianity and lost it all. But God revived and restored it to me. Yeah, it took some hard whippings to get it out of me. He did. I thank him for it. Yeah, I thank him for it. I'm laughing now, but you know, when you're going through something, you can't laugh. They tell you maybe one day you might be able to laugh about it. And now I can laugh about it. And I was going through it with no laughter. Anyway, so let's go. Saul had died immediately after Amalek war. See? No, I said. Shortly after he was seized by the evil spirit, the rest of his days were passed mainly in persecuting David and his followers. No, listen to what he said, persecuting David and the followers. And so what they did to Jesus and his followers. All right, so when Jesus told you that they've done this to me, they're going to do it to you also. Right, but the only difference is this here. No, we know that we have to watch our mouth. We know we say something against these people that is going to happen. All right, so when you have to wait till they do you something. Then when they do you something, then you can ask the Most High, your holy angel, and they'll tell you what to do. I do it. I do it when I do it. Yeah. I have done it. Yeah, I've done it. Because they come up and they challenge me and stuff like that. I used to be anyway. And now I just tell God and say, well, you come against me, this how it's gonna be. When you challenge me, I'll put my soul on the line, and you put your soul on the line. That's why I used to tell them. Yeah. Oh. Because they're guessing, and we know it, they're guessing. And so we know they're gonna lose all the time. When they haven't lost. Come on, bro. I can say something right now, and y'all go right there and find out, and they don't even know about it. All right, I'm just telling you. And so that's why I tell you, you had to get that out of me. Because, you know, he reminds me of once I didn't know. And once I didn't know. And I was living in Christianity and all those different religions and going by he said and this said and all that. Still waiting on him, his voice, and tell me what he wanted me to go read and give me a book. Yeah. So I was the same way. So I'm getting better, y'all. I'm getting much, much better at it. All right. But y'all not using y'all at all. So you gotta learn how to use it. Yeah, that's what it's there for, to use it. I told you that when those apostles they went out there and them people tried to attack them and do things, all that, you say some words. And that was it. The prophet said Saul would have died immediately after the Amalek war, if Samuel had not interceded for him. The prophet prayed to God that the life of the disobedient king be spared, at least as long as his own years are not come to their destined close. Now, remember, see the power that we had? All right, so he prayed to God for the disobedient. So you know we have that power of prayer. Now our prayer is not like them. Well, we want you to call up on the phone and we're gonna pray for you. We don't do it that way. All right, we might pray for somebody they don't even know it, and then they'll come and tell you, say, "Well, you know what just happened to me," and you know that it's your prayer and everything has been answered. You don't see nothing, you just go it out because that's how we operate. Because we know that your Father see in secret, you waters open. Yeah. So anyway, let's continue on. Thou regardest me equally to Moses and Aaron. That was Samuel. He regarded him equal to Moses and Aaron because he was the high priest. And as Moses and Aaron did not have their handiwork destroyed before their eyes during their life, so my handiwork did not cease during my life. So no, everything that he had done, his handiwork, God had destroyed to his time. But we got to remember that, when God told Father Abraham that he would die in peace, all right, then we know Father Abraham died 5 years before his time because Esau had committed, all right, 5 things he had committed. So we know that, all right. No, so we know that, all right. So yeah, that's why you study. God said, "What shall I do? Samuel will not let me put an end to Saul's day. And if I let Samuel die in his prime, people will speak ill of him. Meanwhile, David's time is approaching because he don't let 2 reign at the same time. And one reign may not overlap the time. See, the one reign may not overlap the time assigned to another by his hair breadth." So no, that's how God set it up to be. Ours is well, we know that we always have one leader. we always told you always have one leader, one guide during that generation. But we also know that we have others. One high priest, but we have other priests. All right, we have other kings. All right, because that's why he says he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right. Anyway, now you know. Let's continue on. God determined that Samuel aged suddenly, and when he died at 52, that's a young man. The people were under the impression of the days of an old man had come to an end. So long as he lived, Saul was secure. Scarcely was he dead when the Philistines began to menace the Israelites and their king. Soon it appeared how well justified had been morning service for the departed prophet in all the Israelitish town. It was not remarkable that the mourning of Samuel should have been universal. During his active administration as judge,
he had been in the habit of journeying through every part of the country, and so he was known person to all people. The practice of this testified not only the zeal on which he devoted himself to his office, but also to his wealth. For the expense entailed by these journeys was defrayed from his own purse. See, now he didn't charge nobody for nothing. I gotta wait. They're gonna come back. No, they're gonna come back. No, we'll see. Oh, so no, because the devil knows what he's doing. Because if we wouldn't have COVID and this going on, this pandemic or whatever they want to call it, God would know. That's why you gotta understand there's a reason for everything on the sun, but we scatter out through the four corners of earth. So we don't have to do all that traveling like we once did. And if we do travel, God would teach us how to travel to do his will, to do his work. Yeah. So no. So we know there's a reason for everything on the sun. So we know that Satan is in it. Yeah, he's cunning. So he knew that we was going to be revived and restored. It was going to be all over the country, setting other people afire and everything. But you know, God has his way of doing things. It's still going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen. Because that's the command, that's the prophecy that it's going to happen. All right. Anyway, known as personally to all the people. All right. The practice of his testified not only the zeal with which he devoted himself to his office, but also to his wealth. But expense entailed that the journeys were defrayed from his own purse. So we know what these pastors and preachers do. Only one person in all the land took no part in the demonstration of the grief. During the very week of mourning, Nabal held feasts. Nabal, where God inclined all week and lament over the death of the pious, and this reprobate engaged in rivalry. Now you know God gonna put it on. Yeah, that's God speaking. Yeah, what? God is claiming all weep and lament over the death of the pious. And this reprobate engaged in rivalry, punishment was not withheld. 3 days after the week of mourning for Samuel, Nabal dies. Yeah. No, God not playing. Man, when it comes to us, I told you what type of power people, even in debt. Yeah, you believe in debt. God don't play. There was none that felt the death of Samuel more keenly than Saul. Left alone and isolated, he did not shrink from extreme measure to enter into communication with the departed prophet, with the two adjutants, Abner and Amasa. He betook himself to Abner's mother, the witch of Endor. Now we know, but we know that's in the Holy Bible, but let's get deep into it, because we know there's more to it than just that. The king did not reveal his identity, but the witch had no difficulty recognizing a visitor, not the same as in the Holy Bible. This, the necromancy, the peculiar rule holds good to the to that. The peculiar rule holds good that, unless it is summoned by a necromancy. The peculiar, the peculiar rule holds good that, unless it is summoned by a king, a spirit raised from the dead appears head downward and feet upward, and feet in the air. Now understand this here. CBS coming on tonight called Ghosts. Yeah, and so no, because they used to have evil used to come on. I used to watch evil because I know all that was true on evil. But this ghost thing is, like this one woman sees spirits and stuff, we know that she is a witch. All right, but these people that she see, well, they got a couple of them, I guess. I haven't watched the program. But we know that she's a witch. And they have your children on there watching all that. Adults watching all that, and they don't know really what's going on. And they think, oh, look at that, and laughing and everything, but that's real. And they'd be casting spells and everything on you, doing incantation, sorcery right there on the program, and you don't know. No, you don't. And it'd be the real deal. And they used to do that on evil. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's see, unless it's summoned by a king, a spirit raised from the dead appears head downward and feet in the air, upside down. According when the figure of Samuel stood upright before them. So Samuel came straight upright before them. The witch knew that the king was with her. That's how she knew. Though the witch saw Samuel, she could not hear what he said, while Saul heard the words, but could not see his person. Another peculiar phenomenon in necromancy. The conjurer sees the spirit, and he for whom the spirit had been raised only to hear it. So she could see it. That's what it said. Saul could hear his words but couldn't see him. And she could see him but couldn't hear his words. All right. No, they have that on there. No, I saw that. Anyway, the conjurer sees the spirit, and he for whom the spirit had been raised only hears it. Any other person present neither sees nor hears it. Yeah. Now, what else is this? Well, yeah, I don't want to get into it because y'all know already. The witch's excitement grew when she perceived the numbers of spirits are raised by the side of Samuel. The numbers of spirits are raised by, so that's what's coming on tonight. Yeah, because they have, she sees a whole lot of spirits and hear them, and they're on the side of her husband. And so that's where these people get this from. And no, because we don't know, and they be mocking us. They be mocking God. Call itself mocking God. Mocking him, despiting him, and despising him. That's Esau's children. They don't believe in God. They tell you that. All right. They don't believe in right and wrong. They don't believe in none of that. They tell you. The dead prophet, when he was summoned back to earth, thought that the judgment day had arrived. The dead prophets, when he was summoned back to earth, they thought that judgment day had arrived. So they was being risen up. The other prophets also came along with Samuel. Yeah. He requested Moses to accompany him and testify to his always having executed the ordinances of the Torah as Moses has established them. So that's why you should go read the Torah. Find out. When these two great leaders, a number of pious arose, all believing that the day of judgment was at hand. So on the day of judgment, because we know we read that. We read that this other day in Ezekiel chapter 37, the resurrection, when all of us be gathered and bring us back into the land. Oh man, we already read that. All right. Samuel apparel in the upper garment. Samuel was apparelled in the upper garment. His mother had made for him. She surrendered him to the sanctuary. So that's what he had on. This head, no, let's keep reading, you're going to see. This he had worn throughout his life, and he was buried. And he was buried. At the resurrection, all the days wear their grave clothes. And so it came about Samuel stood before Saul in his well-known upper garment. So that's another thing. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, come on, man, because we know, we see people, how we send them away in suits and their best dress and all like that. And now I didn't know that's how they rise. Yeah, what they have on when they was buried, that's how they. All right. No, because you know they got a lot of people out there wasn't buried. Yeah. Anyway, all the fragments of the conversation between Samuel and Saul had been preserved in the scripture. Samuel reproached Saul with having disturbed him. Was it not enough, he said, for thee to enkindle the wrath of the Creator by calling up the spirits of the dead? Must thou need change me into an idol? Yeah. But it's not said that like unto the worshiper, so shall the worshiper be punished. And we went over that. Yeah. No, because that's what I'm telling y'all. No, because you got the pastors, preachers, the teachers, and all that. Okay, I don't have to go into no name, do I? All right, so they're on there. No, just because they calling them Jah and whatever name they have a whole lot of names they call him, the Lord God these days. But it's not his name. They just saying something because they heard somebody else say it, and they're not studying to find out what truly it means or nothing like that. And they're just saying that name. All right, then you got the people, the pastor, the preachers teaching in the church house and everything. Okay, and they got people following them. Okay, but it's not said that like unto the worshiper, so shall the worshiper be punished. All right, so both of them will be punished. Not only the pastor, but all those who follow them are going to be punished also. I told y'all that. All right, now we read in another book. We read in the Holy Bible. Samuel then consulted to tell the king's God discreet that he had resolved to rend the kingdom out of his hand and invest David with the royal dignity. Whereupon Saul, these are not the words that speakest to me before. When we dwelt together, rejoined Samuel, I was in the world of lies. I was in the world of lies. That's right. Now I abide in the world of truth. And thou hearest lying words from me, for I fear the wrath and the revenge. The wrath and thy revenge. Now I abide in the world of truth, and thou hearest the words of truth from me. So we know how Saul was, we got it. And also the thing that the Lord had done unto thee, thou hast deserved it, for thou didst not obey the voice of the Lord, nor execute the fierce wrath upon Amalek. Saul asked, can I still save myself by flight? Yes, replied Samuel. If thou fleest, thou art safe. But if thou accept God's judgment, tomorrow thou wilt be united with me in paradise. Yeah. So, no, that's what they're doing now, right now today. Well, why do you think they're taking that vaccine and stuff? All right, then. No, they don't get paradise. They don't get the future world. The law God already told. All right. Well, I heard somebody say something. When I asked him, all he said, I had given them Israel. When I asked him, all right. Well, all I can do is give it to you as he has given them to me. Because if you have read, which we read and study the scripture now, and we were reading and studying way before this thing came along. And everybody was telling the prophecy, warning about what's coming on earth. All right, then. No, let's get a little deeper into it. We got to get a little deeper into it. Why? Because Lord God tell you in the scriptures. I want to say in the Apocrypha.
It tells you, well, no, it's in the Holy Bible also. Whatever book is it? Because it tells you when the people increase, so do the food increase. When the food increase, so do the people increase. Then when they don't have no food, the people decrease. So Lord God knows that this famine and everything coming up on earth, and he was taking a lot of people out. And they would have might have made it in because they didn't die. They might have made it in. Some of them might have made it in. But then they were going on taking the vaccine and stuff. Well, you know it's going to happen now. Yeah. No, because God have a way of thinning the herd. That's why he told us to say, go look at the animals. All right? So when that time comes, what God does, when they have a plague or something on the animal kingdom, which we know that they're going to have that also, it roots out all the weak, and all the strong survive. And so when the strong survive, we know that the next generation of those animals is going to be strong also. That's the same thing with humans, man. Come on, bro. All right, then. So if I am immune to this virus and stuff, and I have children, my children automatically gonna grow up being immune to it because they become from their strong gene immunity already. But they don't see it that way. Because why? All right. Well, anyway, I'm just telling you. When Abner and Amos questioned Saul about the interview with Samuel, he replied, Samuel told me I should go into battle tomorrow and go forth victorious. More than that, my sons would be given an exalted position in return for my military prowess. The next, I'm going to dry it out now. The next day, his 3 sons went with him to war, and all was stricken down. God summoned the angels and said to them, angels, plural. God summoned the angels and said to them, behold, the being I have created in my world. Yeah, boy. Oh, because that's why we do this, for the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, to hear God's voice to tell us. Man, when you heard God give you that name, how did you feel? Well, I mean, it took me a little while for me to accept my name. Yeah. But when I finally accepted, I felt pretty good that God had changed my name. Man, God told me stuff, boy, and boy, now God is, man. Yeah, so that's why I'm telling y'all. Victorious, that we say, no, God summoned the angels and said to them, behold, the being I have created in my world. Yeah. No, tell them how powerful and glorious and wonderful that he had created man. Yeah. Not just no any man. Because that's the same thing with us. The people gonna be trying us, man. When our time comes, we're gonna step up there. Where's my time? What you waiting on? Yeah. Now we know the mystery to that. Some of y'all do it. No, Jesus said, oh, death, where's that sting? Oh, grave, where's that victory? So we don't feel death. We don't. And the grave have no, can't hold us down. Yeah. So we know all that. All right. A father, as a rule, refrains from taking his sons even to a banquet, lest to expose them to the evil eye. Saul goes to war knowing that he will lose his life, yet he takes his sons with him and cheerful accept the punishment I ordained. That's God told him. Yeah. No, that's the same thing with us. You got to remember, Lord God laid down his life. Then he taught all the disciples how to lay down their life. When the disciples went to other people and set them afire, they did the same thing. They laid down